Hi guys, in this video we will take a look at another best gaming monitor, which is MAG274QRF-QD. We will compare it against similar and newer gaming displays in terms of image quality, performance, design, and value for the price. If you want more information and updated pricing on the product mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. Let's talk about image quality. One of the main assets of the MSI MAG274QRF-QD monitor is definitely its wide 97% DCI-P3 and 99% Adobe RGB color gamut, equivalent to approximately 160% sRGB. This makes for incredibly vibrant colors, especially when it comes to blue, cyan, and green shades. With the V016 firmware, you also have access to sRGB, DCI-P3, Display P3, and Adobe RGB, user, default, color presets, allowing you to enjoy different content the way the creators intended. The accuracy of these modes will vary across different units of monitors, but they efficiently clamp the gamut to get rid of oversaturation. You can also adjust brightness and RGB channels in these modes. While HDR, high dynamic range, is supported, the monitor lacks a high enough brightness and contrast ratio for the true HDR viewing experience. It can accept the HDR10 signal, and some HDR scenes will look better, but you'll mostly prefer to have it disabled. The monitor has a decent peak brightness of 300 nits and a static contrast ratio of 1000 by 1, which is expected from an IPS panel monitor at this price range. Dithered 10-bit color depth, 8-bit plus 2-bit FRC, is supported for 1.07 billion colors, while the 178 degrees wide viewing angles ensure flawless image quality regardless of the angle you're looking at the screen. Due to the monitor's wide color gamut, if you have a colorimeter, you can use the MSI MAG274QRF-QD for professional color critical work once properly profiled and calibrated. You can do it even without a colorimeter at a respectable level. The 2560x1440 Quad HD resolution hits the pixel density sweet spot when displayed on the 27-inch sized screen of the monitor. With roughly 108 ppi, pixels per inch, you get sharp text and details as well as plenty of screen space without any scaling necessary. As it's the case with all IPS monitors, some IPS glow is noticeable, but the amount of it varies across different units of the monitor. Let's look into the features. The MSI MAG274QRF-QD sports a simpler and more refined design than many of its predecessors. The monitor has an all-black finish that looks discreet and would allow it to seamlessly blend into any setup. The display is bezel-free on 3 sides, but you will still see panel borders when it's in use. You'll notice that the MSI MAG274QRF-QD is big for a PC monitor, especially when it's compared to regular office and school displays. However, it's one of the sleeker 27-inch models out there since it only needs 8 inches of depth. It doesn't weigh a lot at 13.34 pounds, so it should be safe to place on glass desks as well. This model also has RGB lighting at the back concealed by the asymmetric and glossy decorative strip at the back. The LEDs are bright enough to cast a gentle glow, but the lighting is off-centered due to its position. You can sync the LEDs with MSI's Mystic Light, which will allow you to create themes if you have other MSI gear on board. Build quality for the MSI MAG274QRF-QD is great since there are no signs of weaknesses or cosmetic defects on the device. The plastics used feel adequately reinforced and the plastic panels are thick enough to resist breakage. The included stand offers plenty of stability with its square base and it doesn't allow the display to wobble. The MSI MAG274QRF-QD has an OSD joystick at the back for easy access to its settings and features. You can also download MSI's Gaming OSD 2.0 for more options and an even more convenient way to access some important display settings. You won't have to struggle with pesky OSD buttons this time around, so this is a big plus in our books. Let's get into the performance. The MSI MAG274QRF-QD has 3 response time overdrive modes: normal, fast, and fastest. We recommend using the fast mode as it effectively eliminates ghosting at high refresh rates without adding any overshoot. At lower refresh rates, some inverse ghosting might creep in, but it's not particularly noticeable. If it bothers you, you can dial back the overdrive to normal, but it's not necessary in most cases. There's also a backlight strobing technology called anti-motion blur, which can further decrease perceived motion blur by rapidly turning the backlight on and off. This notably improves motion clarity, but it introduces flickering, invisible to the human eye, but can bother those sensitive to flicker, and decreases the monitor's brightness while active. Additionally, you can't use it at the same time as VRR, variable refresh rate. The MSI MAG274QRF-QD display supports adaptive sync with both AMD's FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA's G-Sync compatible certifications, ensuring smooth VRR performance with the compatible graphics cards. G-Sync compatible only works over DisplayPort, while FreeSync is supported over both DP and HDMI. The supported VRR range is 48 to 165 Hz over DP and 48 to 144 Hz over HDMI at 1440p. Below 48 FPS, LFC, low framerate compensation, takes over and multiplies the frame rate in order to keep tearing at bay. Input lag amounts to only approximately 4 milliseconds, which makes for imperceptible delay between your actions and the result on the screen. The backlight of the monitor is flicker-free, unless MBR is enabled, and there's an integrated low blue light filter, Eye Saver. It's time to talk about the connectivity. The stand included with the MSI MAG274QRF-QD is different this time around since it has a square base. The mechanism offers tilt, swivel, pivot, and height adjustment, so a comfortable view angle isn't impossible. You can swap this part out with a VESA mount, but it's not necessary in most cases. The MSI MAG274QRF-QD also has plenty of connectivity features that can cater to most of your host devices. The layout at the rear includes DisplayPort 1.2, 2 HDMI 2.0 slots, and a USB-C port that supports DP Alt mode. You also get 3 USB 2.0 ports for accessories and a 3.5mm audio jack for speakers and headphones. This layout allows users to connect a PC, 2 next-gen gaming consoles, and a USB-C laptop like the MacBook Pro simultaneously. The monitor has tremendous value since it can work with multiple devices for its price, and its functionality for daily use is increased. The only downside with the IOEC is the USB-C port's limitation to 15 watts, so it won't be able to charge anything more powerful than a tablet. The MSI MAG274QRF-QD doesn't have speakers, but that's reasonable for most gaming monitors. Its primary audience will most likely use desktop speakers or headsets anyway. It's nice to have a backup set, but we won't complain if the price is already beyond reasonable. Our thoughts: the MSI MAG274QRF-QD is a fantastic gaming monitor with plenty of features and a screen with strong potential. It comes with valuable add-ons such as USB-C connectivity and MSI's Gaming OSD 2.0, so you are in for a treat. Its vibrant IPS panel isn't accurate from the factory, but it looks fantastic once it's tweaked. Another great thing about the MSI MAG274QRF-QD is it's reasonably priced for a 165Hz 1440p gaming monitor. It's difficult to find faults on it, but its price is currently inflated due to the high demand. It's a great pick for gaming and all-around use, but getting it at its sub-$500 MSRP might be a challenge at this time. Thanks for watching the video. If you find this video helpful, please help the channel by giving this video a like, or subscribe the channel and tell us which product caught your eye in the comments below.